Hello, my amazing students, and welcome back to Daily English. Today's story isn't just about fast food or burgers and fries. It's about how a small idea grew into one of the biggest and most recognized brands in the entire world. You're going to learn the fascinating story of McDonald's, how it started, how it expanded, how it faced challenges, and how it transformed into a global giant that serves more than 70 million people every single day. While listening, you'll not only practice English, but also pick up lessons in business, history, and life. And trust me, the ending of this story will surprise you. So stay with me until the very last minute. Let's begin. The 1940s were a very different time. There were no fast food chains like we see today. If you wanted to eat outside your home, you usually went to a drive-in diner. At these diners, a waitress would walk to your car, write down your order, and after waiting for a while, your food would finally arrive. Sometimes it was cold, sometimes it was wrong, and often it wasn't fast at all. That's when two brothers had a completely new idea. They owned a small restaurant in San Bernardino, California. At first, their place looked like every other diner. Waiters, plates, and lots of dishes to wash. But they wanted to do something different, something simpler and faster. They studied their customers carefully and noticed that most people only ordered three things: burgers, fries, and sodas. So in 1948, they made a bold decision. They closed their old restaurant, rebuilt it completely, and opened a new kind of eating place. This new system had no waiters, no dishes, and no complicated menu. Just a few simple items served quickly. They called it the Speedee Service System. Inside the kitchen, food was prepared like on a factory line. One worker only grilled burgers. Another added ketchup and mustard. Another wrapped the sandwiches. Every step was fast and efficient. Customers received their food in seconds, not minutes. People loved it. The burgers cost only 15 cents. The fries were hot and crispy. The milkshakes were sweet. It was cheap, clean, and quick. At first, the brothers were not dreaming of building a global empire. They only wanted to run their one restaurant successfully. But then, someone entered their story and changed everything.
In the 1950s, a traveling salesman named Ray Kroc was selling milkshake machines. One day, he noticed that this small California restaurant had ordered not one, not two, but 8 milkshake mixers. That was unusual, so he decided to go see the restaurant himself. When Ray arrived, he was amazed. The place was spotless. Customers were happy, and food was flying out of the kitchen almost instantly. Ray thought to himself, "This isn't just a restaurant. This is the future." Ray had a much bigger vision than the brothers. He believed this system could expand across the whole country. He proposed opening more restaurants under the same brand. The brothers were cautious and preferred to stay small, but Ray convinced them to let him franchise the idea. In 1955, Ray Kroc opened the very first franchised McDonald's in Illinois. It was the beginning of something massive. But soon conflict grew. The brothers wanted to keep control and stay small. Ray Kroc wanted thousands of restaurants everywhere. By 1961, Ray decided to take full control. He bought all rights to McDonald's for $2.7 million. That gave each brother about $1 million after taxes, a lot of money at the time. But there was a problem. The brothers thought they would continue to earn 1% of every restaurant's sales forever. Sadly, this was never written into the contract. Ray didn't honor it. The brothers lost their chance to share in the company's future profits. It was a cold business move, but it gave Ray full control. From then on, McDonald's became his empire. He created the famous Golden Arches. He promoted the slogan quality, service, cleanliness, and value. He even introduced a mascot, Ronald McDonald, the clown, to attract families and children. By the 1960s, McDonald's had become part of everyday American life.
By the 1970s, McDonald's had spread across the United States. But Ray Kroc wanted more. He wanted McDonald's to become an international symbol. In 1967, McDonald's opened its first restaurants outside the US, one in Canada and another in Puerto Rico. Soon after came Japan, Germany, and Australia. Everywhere they went, they kept the same promise: clean stores, friendly service, fast food, and the same taste. But McDonald's also adapted to local cultures. In India, where many people don't eat beef, they introduced the McAloo Tikki, a potato burger. In Japan, you could buy teriyaki burgers. In Morocco, they offered the McArabia with flatbread and local spices. This flexibility helped McDonald's grow worldwide. For many children, McDonald's was a place of fun and birthdays. For travelers, it became a symbol of familiarity. No matter where you went, you could find the same fries and Big Mac. McDonald's became a symbol of globalization. But with success came criticism. Health experts warned that the food was high in fat, salt, and sugar. Activists criticized the packaging, the waste, and the environmental impact. Farmers accused the company of supporting factory farming. Cultural critics said McDonald's was spreading American culture too far. In 2004, a documentary called Super Size Me shocked audiences. A man ate McDonald's food for 30 days straight. He gained weight, developed health problems, and raised questions about the impact of fast food on the body. McDonald's quickly responded. They added salads, fruit, and smaller portions. They began showing calorie counts on menus. But the image of McDonald's had already changed. People started calling it unhealthy junk food.
By the 2000s, McDonald's knew it needed to reinvent itself. People still loved the speed and price, but health concerns were growing. Parents worried about obesity. Young people wanted healthier options. So the company made changes. They added salads, apple slices, bottled water, and new chicken items with fewer calories. They removed trans fats from cooking oil. They began using 100% white meat chicken in nuggets. But they didn't stop at food. McDonald's redesigned its restaurants to look more modern. Out went the plastic chairs, in came wood tables, warm lighting, and free Wi-Fi. Some restaurants even introduced self-ordering kiosks. Customers could order on touchscreens without waiting in line. They also entered the coffee business with McCafe. Lattes, cappuccinos, and iced drinks attracted adults who wanted more than burgers. It worked. McCafe brought in millions of new customers. McDonald's also tried to tell a new story, showing farmers, talking about fresh ingredients, and removing artificial colors and flavors. They launched mobile apps, delivery services, and loyalty points. And to stay exciting, they kept local menus alive, from chili chicken in India to pineapple pie in Thailand to poutine in Canada. By 2019, McDonald's had more than 38,000 restaurants in over 100 countries. Today, McDonald's is more than a fast food chain. It's a global system of over 40,000 restaurants serving around 70 million people every day. That's nearly the population of the entire United Kingdom every single day. How are they staying relevant in a fast-changing world? First, technology. Many restaurants now use AI in drive-thrus to suggest items based on weather, time of day, or past orders. Touchscreens and apps let customers order, earn rewards, and even get delivery without stepping inside. Second, speed. McDonald's is testing automated kitchens where robots fry potatoes, cook burgers, and pour drinks. Some new stores have no dining rooms at all, only drive-thru, pickup, and delivery. Third, healthier choices. McDonald's has introduced the McPlant, a plant-based burger, and promised to reduce antibiotics in meat. They're sourcing food more sustainably and cutting waste with recycled packaging. Fourth, experience. Happy Meals are being redesigned with books instead of toys in some countries. Restaurants now look more like stylish cafes than old diners. And finally, responsibility. Through the Ronald McDonald House Charities, the company helps sick children and their families stay near hospitals. They're also working to cut their carbon footprint. Of course, challenges remain. Debates about health, worker wages, and the influence of fast food on culture. But one thing is certain, McDonald's has become more than a restaurant.
It's a symbol of how vision, adaptation, and persistence can turn a small idea into a global powerhouse. From a tiny burger stand in California in 1948 to a digital AI-powered company today, the McDonald's story is one of speed, consistency, and constant reinvention. And you, my amazing students, just practiced your English through one of the greatest business stories of all time. If you made it this far, I'm proud of you. Remember, every story you learn not only improves your English, but also expands your mind. So if you enjoyed this, make sure to subscribe because more inspiring English stories are coming your way soon. Until next time, keep learning, keep practicing, and keep growing with Daily English.